Hello, you guys. Namaste. This is me, Diara, and this is your monthly reading for March. Welcome to my channel, to all my fellow subscribers. Welcome to everyone who supports me with personal readings and donations. And also, of course, welcome to everyone who is new. Who knows? I mean, probably some of you just found me randomly, like by coincidence. Welcome. My name is Diara. I am an intuitive card reader from Germany. And today we want to have a little look into the next month, the next few weeks. What can you expect? And also, what is the incoming energy for you? Today I'm going to do this reading, and sometimes I like to do it this way. Do you know this quote when they say less is more? This is the way I want to do this reading today. I choose to not pull too many cards because I don't want to bring in confusion and 100,000 different scenarios, because everyone's situation is different and blah, blah, blah. I want to have it a little bit more to the point. You know what I mean? The quintessence, the main issue, the topic, the headline, so to say, of March. Right? So go ahead, make your choice, pile number 1, 2, or 3. If you need a little longer, just push the pause button and take your time. And we will get started by having a look into pile number 1's energy. Okay, what is the most likely incoming energies for you who choose pile number 1? What can you expect next month to happen, or how will you feel like? Let's see. So we do have number 1, convolutions. Number 2, emotional sensibility. So I feel pile number 1, you will feel a little bit all over the place, so to say. And I don't mean it in a bad way, so don't you worry about it. I just feel like you will probably open up a little bit more to you being hypersensitive, being spiritual. You will probably have a little bit an increased wanting to sleep and to rest, okay, to spend time all by yourself. I feel like you guys, pile number 1, you will, feel the need to discover yourself and your sensibility and your needs and desires, okay? You will be, and you will get in contact with yourself a little bit more. Probably, sometimes, when we go through a stressful situation in whatsoever way, whether this is about love or maybe the job, we kind of get lost, and we lose the contact with ourselves. We just work, you just have to function, so to say. You have to get up in the morning, you get your coffee, you go to work, you work, okay? And then, you take care for your colleagues and what your boss wants from you, and you have to take care, all of the emails and meetings and communication and whatsoever. And I feel March is going to be a little bit a month where you will try to find out what you want and what your desires are. Okay, this is what I mean when I say you will feel a little bit more emotional, sensible and sensitive, but this is a good thing, actually, right? It is a good thing, especially if you are going through a time where a lot of things do happen, okay? Probably you have to deal with an increased workload, job-wise. There's a new project you have to take care for, or maybe you just moved to another apartment or another city, another town. Maybe you just went through a breakup situation. Who knows? And so I definitely do see that a lot of things do happen in your surroundings, but you will try to manage it, to manage all of this stuff as good as possible with, not so much maybe your head and your mind, but more your feelings and your heart. And you will always try to find a good way to take care of yourself, which is good. And this is also probably Spirit's way to tell you, hey, you know what, pile number 1 people, take good care of yourself. Yes, probably you have to deal with a lot of stuff. Probably you just got promoted and you now, like you want to show yourself, you want to present yourself, you want to shine your light, you're trying to be your own cheerleader, so to say, when it comes to job, career, finances. Maybe you just, I don't know, you have a crush on someone and you got all over the place about this person now, but still, Spirit wants you to, hey, take a deep breath every now and then, chill and relax, okay? And especially when it comes to love, I do have two more cards for you. This is the very soon card and also stay open. So I feel like, especially for those who are singles, could be that quite soon you will get to know someone new. Okay, stay open is always the card that comes out when Spirit lets you know that, hey, your soulmate probably differs from your usual type. Okay, yes, sometimes we do have someone very specific in mind and we feel like there is a special connection and we feel like this has to be the one, like it has to be Bob or it has to be Frank or I want Christine to be my future wife. But like with this card, Spirit lets you know that, hey, you know what? You never know. I mean, nothing bad about Frank or Christine, but there are so many other peoples and possibilities out there. And could be that, okay, just saying that, could be that someone completely different is going to be the one for you at the end of the day. Who knows, right? Never say never. And especially when you already have a major crush on someone or someone that you call like you think this is your soulmate or twin flame, then this is probably something that you don't really like to hear because you are looking for proof that yes, this is the one for you. But I think at the end of the day, isn't it still good to hear that, hey, you know what, there is someone out there for you. So it may not be Frank or Christine or whoever, like X, Y, that, dot, 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 but there is someone out there for you. And you better be open, you better stay open, and you better have your eyes open, right? Because could be that you will run into this person completely, like unexpectedly and sooner than you think, which is a good news, right? I mean, at least you can have a look at this person. If you don't like them at the end of the day, I mean, okay, this is probably something else then to discuss about, but at least you can have a look at this person that Spirit is about to present to you. Okay, so I feel like love-wise, there's going to be a huge possibility for you during March to get to know with someone that, yeah, is a very interesting person and someone that you probably would match with perfectly, although they probably differ your usual type. Okay? Which can cause convolutions as well, right? This can cause a little bit irritation. This can cause a little bit chaos in your head, right? Like probably your head is letting you know that, no, I don't want them to be the one. I want someone else, or I'm not open yet enough to let someone else in. But go through these... go through these convolutions and go through this chaos and conflict that you do have, because I feel like at the end of the day, your heart will make the good decision anyways, okay? Emotional sensibility is probably just another word for intuition, right? I mean, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut feeling, no matter what anyways. I mean, if you feel like this whole message doesn't make any sense to you, then okay, don't worry about it, okay? It's just a pick a card readings. Never do make any major decision based on online readings or stuff like that, okay? Always listen to what your heart lets you know, okay? To be on the safe side, right? And in order also to avoid even more confusion and convolution. So let's move on to pile number 2 people then. So pile number 2 people, hey there, let's just see what can you expect out of March. Okay, March 2020, what will be the incoming energy? What will be the headline, so to say? Okay, the quintessence of the next few weeks, the things that you will be dealing with and stuff like that. What can you expect? So we have the card books, So probably you are currently studying, or you will take a seminar or a training in whatsoever way. You will probably feel drawn to books and libraries and stuff like that. Yeah, and also the peace card came out. Yeah, I feel like March for you guys is going to be quite calm and relaxed. This is a month of learning and studying, and also a month where you want to know things, like you really want to know stuff, and you will feel drawn to nature and outdoor activities like hiking, like taking a walk through the forest or by the river, like stuff like that. I feel nature is going to play a major role throughout the next few weeks. And also, yeah, learning, trying to understand, digging deeper into things, situations, places, people, you know. This is definitely what I'm catching up here for you, pile number 2. It's probably not something that you are expecting. Probably it's been a while since you really read a book. I can only talk about myself here, because I must say that I must confess actually that I'm also not reading as much as I used to read in the past, like due to all the modern technology and social media and WhatsApp and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, of course. I mean, especially me, as I am doing pick a card readings and personal readings. So I am sitting so often in front of my device, my laptop, my iPad, that really it's been a while since I've read a book. But I feel like for you, pile number 2, since you choose this pile, you will feel drawn to the old, like the old fashioned ways a little bit more during March. Okay, you will probably find really good books, like that you can really immerse into, whether these are just, like novels, or, like just superficial stories. I don't know how to say that in English actually. Or maybe these are books about, I don't know, something specific, science, yoga, you know what I mean? Things like that. So I really feel like you will learn a lot. And you will, yeah, you will have a lot of me time during March, and this is a good thing. So you should not worry about it. I mean, we are still in winter season as well, right? So I feel winter is always a pretty good time to, yeah, like calm down and spend some time at home, light a candle, like drink yourself a hot chocolate, stuff like that. And then just, like cuddle yourself on your couch, your sofa, and have a good time, okay? Just read some good books and immerse into stuff. When it comes to love, I do have 2 more oracle cards for you, pile number 2. Number 1 is make the effort, and number 2 is show your love. So these cards are pretty interesting, right? Because both of the cards are talking about do something, right? Make the effort, right? And also show your love. It has to do with action. Okay, if there is something that you want, do it. This is an encouragement. Oftentimes, you probably have heard me saying that no, just, like let the situation unfold naturally, organically. Don't you do so much, like don't chase, don't hunt, don't wait, don't try to control, stuff like that. You have heard me saying that pretty often, I assume. But here, this is a little bit a different message, pile number 2. This message here today is encouraging you to make the next step. So if there is something that you always wanted to do in regards of your person, your love interest, your crush, your ex, or whatever, make the effort. If you really feel like, yes, this is the one, this is big love, this is true love, this is divine guidance, and I feel like this is the right time for me to move and to step forward and to pursue this person, to at least, I don't know, blink an eye on them or 2, or at least ask them out for a coffee, do it. Make the effort, regardless of your gender, whether you are a woman or a man. Like forget about all these, how you say that, like all these sayings that a woman is not supposed to pursue a man, and I don't know, just do what you feel like is good to do in this specific moment. Probably also spirit is going to provide you a good opportunity, but even if not, who knows? I mean, probably this is also spirit's way to say, hey, I'm not going to give you a very clear and big opportunity when it comes to your person, but I allow you to create a situation yourself. Okay, I encourage you to do it yourself. Only, of course, if you feel drawn to. I mean, if you hear that and you're like, no, this is something that I never wanted to do and I'm not going to do it no matter what you say, then okay, it's also good. Then don't do it, okay? I think the main information, the main message to you, pile number 2, is be at peace with whatever it is that you choose to do or not do. Let that sink in a little. Be at peace with whatever you choose to do and also with whatever you choose to don't do. Okay, if you choose to not pursue your person and to not make the effort and to not show your love to them, then okay, don't do anything, but be okay with it. Don't you overthink the same stuff again and again and again, like this monkey mind mentality where you are thinking about stuff forever and you never find the best solution to your problem. Don't you do that. Find your peace, okay? Do whatever feels good to you and then be okay with it. Regardless of the outcome, of course, because you never know. I mean, probably spirit is encouraging you to do something, but still the outcome is not going to be so good. But then at least, I mean, right? Who knows? Maybe you have an eye on someone already for a year. Just make up an example here, okay? Let's just say you have a crush on someone already for a pretty long time and you did a lot of pick a card readings and they always sound very promising that, yeah, this could be the one and just wait a little longer and they like you too and blah, 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 And probably, right now, this is a good opportunity for you to make the next step. And then you will find out whether all these previous pick a card readings has been right or not, right? I mean, yes, of course, it's never nice to get rejected, so to say, to ask someone out for a dinner. And then, like if this person says, oh, okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate your invitation. But you know what? I'm not that much interested, to be honest with you, and I don't want to keep your hopes up, so I better say no in the first place. But I really like you, let's stay friends and stuff like that. Of course, this is nothing that someone wants to experience. Of course not, right? I mean, some of you probably even blush only by listening to me saying that. But still, I don't know how you see it, but for me, I always feel like it's better to know than to not know and to probably wait forever. This is at least how I know it, how I see it. And this is also probably a possible interpretation of this card here, books, right? You really want to know stuff. You really want to know stuff. You can see this card in a, like literal way, like real books that you can read, or you can just interpretate the meaning of the card. Books do always represent knowledge and wisdom, right? And learning also. Okay, this is also a way to interpretate the card. Not, like taking it word by word, but also, like trying to feel the energy of this card. And this card means learning and getting into stuff a little bit deeper and knowledge and wisdom. And I feel like you really want to know where you're at in March, especially when it comes to love, by the way. This is how I feel it. So thank you, pile number 2, for being with me once again, and see you with the next reading. Bye. Peace out. Let's move on then to pile number 3. So, hello, pile number 3 people. Today, as I said in the beginning, this is a little bit based on the idea of less is more, or at least it can be sometimes more. Okay, so today I'm not choosing a lot of cards. I'm just, like taking it a little bit more simple, so to say, using a few cards only, and still trying to give you some kind of information and prediction about what's about to come. So for March 2020, pile number 3, I do have seminars and trainings. This is the first card that came out, seminars and trainings, and also fake. This pile to me is a little bit the same energy than the second pile. So I think I never said it in any reading before. But today I feel like if you felt drawn to listen to pile number 2 as well, you should really listen to pile number 2 as well, pile number 3. Probably, there are a little bit some kind of differences here between you and pile number 2, but the quintessence is probably the same. I feel like for you, pile number 3, in March 2020, like the next few days and weeks, you really want to know stuff. You really want to dig into the real truth of things. This can be about love, this can be about your job situation, this can be when it comes to your life purpose. Probably you really want to find out, hey, what is my life purpose? I really want to know now. Probably you will attend seminars and trainings. Maybe some of you want to become a yoga teacher, and next month is going to be the month where your teacher training is about to start. I had these cases in the past, literally. I had people, like letting me do, after I did readings like that, hey, you know what, Diara, you are so accurate because I'm about to start my teacher training in 2 weeks from now. So for some of you, probably it's that easy, right? For some, it's really that easy. Or maybe you start to visit college, or, you know what I mean, training, seminars, learning, studying, like getting to know stuff, immersing into information. But together with the fake card, I feel like you really want to investigate and you want to explore, you want to discover the truth. It's not only about, like getting to know stuff, but you really want to know the truth. So probably March is going to be the month of the truth for you, so to say. The month where you are really, really eager when it comes to finding out stuff and discovering the truth, the real truth. Whether this is the real truth about you, your life purpose, or someone else, your crush, your ex, who knows, okay? Especially when it comes to love, by the way, because I do have 2 more love oracle cards here for you. I feel like this makes sense. What do we have when it comes to love? When it comes to love, I have the card Free Yourself and Romantic Feelings. Could be that you have a crush on someone already, like, forever. A year, 2 years, 3 years, probably you are dealing with someone. You kind of have, like something going on, some kind of situationship probably with someone that you do know already for a longer time, not necessarily. Maybe the time is not so important here. Maybe it's more the intensivity of the connection. Like sometimes you don't know someone that long, but still you feel very much drawn to this person, although you don't really know them that long, if you know what I mean. So either way, like whether you have to do with this person already for a while or not, I feel like March is going to be the month where you will find out whether or not this situationship that you have with someone, if you have something like that going on. Not everyone has. Some of you are just singles and you don't know someone and you don't have someone in mind. But for those who have someone in mind, I feel like you will find out, is it really worth it or not? I mean, the free yourself card is quite obvious, right? The free yourself card is reminding you to get back the control over your own life and to not get lost into something that's just fake. I mean, we have to say it the way it is, right? Probably this is not the nicest information to you. Maybe this is not really what you wanted to hear. I mean, especially the combination of these two cards, you know, free yourself and fake, is probably, well, something that you have to digest first before you can work with it. But I said it with pile number 2 already. And this is what I said, that probably you want to listen to the other message as well. I don't know how you see it, but I really believe that it's better to know than to not know in the long run. Right? I mean, think about it. Isn't it better to know that you should free yourself and no longer wait for someone than, you know, like instead of waiting for someone kind of forever and nothing is ever going to happen? Sometimes we cannot trust our inner gut feeling. Yes, oftentimes gut feeling is right, and oftentimes our intuition is telling us stuff that is true, but not always. And that's the tricky part of the whole thing. I mean, all the pick a card readings, I mean, actually, spirituality in itself is all about finding out what's right and what's not right. Okay, and this is not an easy task. It's not an easy task. Probably it's easy to find out when it's about other people. You probably can judge other people's situation quite good, but you know, like as soon as you are involved, as soon as it's about yourself, it's not that easy anymore. And that's the problem. This is also why I always have to laugh when I hear other pick-a-card readers, you know, like saying, hey, take only what resonates. I mean, how the fuck should I know what resonates? When it's about myself, it's really not easy to judge and to find the right solution. And I feel like this all, you know, what I just said here with this pile, this is what you can expect from March. Whether this is about love or maybe not love, but also, I mean, let's just take another example. You know, like when it comes to your job, probably you want to find out whether you are at the right place and whether you should stay or leave your current job. Maybe you feel like a little bit odd about your job, your current situation. Maybe you just got a new supervisor, you know, and you don't like them, or you feel like they don't like you. So March is going to be a month where Spirit is inviting you to free yourself. And not only to free yourself, probably this is a little bit too much, you know, like using this term of freeing yourself. It's more like gain control. Get back in touch with what you want, you know, and be in charge. Like the pilot in command on a civil airplane. You know, there's always one who has to be in command, in charge. And when it comes to your life, pile number 3, this is you. You are in charge, and you are supposed to be in charge. And you are supposed to figure out everything that's fake and toxic and no longer working for you, if you know what I mean, okay? So, yeah, this is basically what I have for you, pile number 3. So a lot of learning, letting go, finding out what is true, what is not true, and especially when it comes to love, you know, finding out whether you are still on the right track or maybe not, okay? Maybe not. And then, you know, like once you find out that you are probably not on the right track anymore, at least then you have a choice, right? Maybe not an easy choice, maybe not a nice choice, but still, I mean, you have a choice, and you can choose, and you can choose to get back the control over your life. If you happen to find out, just theoretically, you know, maybe you happen to find out that you are surrounded by toxic people and people who are fake, right? Then yeah, you can choose now to let them go and to I don't know, find new people to surround yourself with. So yeah, this is what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope you like this reading. Keep me informed. I'm always very grateful and interested in feedback in the comments. Okay, you can also get in touch with me via my website, which is this one here. This is it for today. I'm wishing you all the best, you guys. Namaste. Peace out.